Yo, welcome to Let's Be Real, everyone. What's going on? It's
hot in here, boys. Hot in here.
We had a hot debate about, the uncompetitiveness of Kevin Durant and the niggas who compare it to their 9-to-5 jobs and,
Which was you, sir.
Listen.
Don't snitch on
my
yourself.
My job ain't 9-to-5. I got a career. But, so, we're not going to touch on that too much because we debated that topic ad nauseum here at LBR. But what's going on, man? I'm Joe Manboo.
Big Sherp.
QB. Your boy Sean.
Yeah, Sean. Word up. It's good, man. Glad to have the crew all back. I know it was gone last week. Some interesting topics.
Great value, Isaac Hayes. How you doing, brother?
Oh, shit. Okay. Great value.
He looked more like Bad News Brown, man.
Come on.
If I showed you a picture of Bad News Brown, I bet you'd be like, yo, that's Joe's father right there.
Chill. Stupid, man. But what's going on? We got some topics today. This episode is actually untitled because I didn't know what the fuck to fucking talk about. It was kind of last minute. Real. But
it's real shit.
It's untitled to thus far. I'll probably put a name on it after this broadcast.
Yeah.
But obviously we're talking NBA playoff news, today's topic, and we're talking about where Paul George will end up in free agency. Now, I just want to see. So Paul George had lost to Utah, so I'm assuming that Paul George will be joining them next year since he's a free
if it's
agent.
his career move, let him do it. Do for you, Paul. Do for you.
Listen.
You don't owe nobody shit.
Listen, but
he's not joining Utah.
No, he's not. Yeah. He's not.
Yeah, he's not.
Wishful think.
They're a good team, but
yes.
he's not joining there because he's not. But let's talk about the NBA playoff news. That's obviously the big thing. Obviously, the game 3 yesterday, LeBron James with the clutch run off the backboard to beat the DeMar DeRozan-less Raptors because he wasn't there in the fourth quarter. He was actually 3 for 13 in the game and played pretty efficiently. Kyle Lowry coming with 27 points, which Sherman is always talking shit about Lowry.
Useless! Stats.
Not with 27.
Surprised me yesterday, too.
Exactly, but,
He did all right yesterday, but he don't mean shit.
Than anybody on this team yesterday.
Yeah, so, yeah.
For once.
Yeah.
On the playoffs, that is.
He's a $30 million man a year. He's not a bum, but I get what you're saying. For that much money, he should be.
I'm about to say.
I'd rather have Terry
Rozier. I could agree with you, but you over
here. I don't care, dude.
You
I'm
over
gonna say what I got
sweating
to say,
like a lollipop kid and shit.
Yo, son. That's passion right there, boy.
I'd rather have Terry Rozier than
Terry Rozier.
That man is cooking.
And he's also a lot cheaper.
And also he's a lot younger.
He's a lot younger. Yeah. Kyle Lowry's like 31 now, right?
Yeah, something like that.
So he's in his prime now, I guess you would say.
Rozier?
No. Kyle Lowry.
Touch it yet.
Yeah. So let's talk about a little bit about that game. I didn't watch much of it. I saw some highlights. But just give me how you feel. I saw the runner. The runner was great. Listen, I'm not a LeBron James fanatic or enthusiast, but he's proven that, it's against the Raptors. We know the Raptors, that every year this is the story with them. They have a great regular season. They become a doormat. But, LeBron has proven, why he's one of the greatest players. And, he's playing a heck of it. He's playing a heck of a series so far. So, tell me a little bit about what you guys take away from the game.
The takeaway from this series in general is like everybody thought Toronto was going to be the team.
Not me.
Oh, you did?
I did it before. I
did it.
Yeah.
Never had faith in the Raptors ever.
Right. No, I didn't.
I've watched year after year of them just crumbling.
I had Cleveland in 6, but
I did too, but
yeah.
I'm saying 4 now. It's about to be a sweep.
Yeah.
They got ripped out their chest yesterday, man.
Yeah.
It's done.
I mean,
did you see their faces on the bench after he hit that shot?
Yeah, of course.
Yo,
I would have shitted in my drawers after that.
Serge Ibaka had his hands on his hip, like looking at the shot, like
damn, he knew it was
like damn, he's about to make this shot, B.
Yeah.
He's about to
really?
make it.
The Rosen
before the
just
shot went
walked away.
Oh wow!
Straight up,
it's actually in the meme. Where they zoom in and he's sitting with his hand on his hips, like he's gonna hit the shot.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. They just walked away. Some of them just.
I don't know.
Valanciunas just kneeled down on the chair or something like that.
Yeah.
It was bad, man.
To me, Toronto just gave up. They've given up.
They didn't give
up.
No,
they gave up. Game 1, they had it.
Yeah.
And they couldn't hit a shot within 2 feet.
They did what the Raptors do.
They wrapped up. That's what they do.
And
they wrapped that shit up early for themselves. That's what they did.
Yeah, it's a series.
But for me, DeMar DeRozan not being out there just says listen, you can make a lot. You're the star player, but if you ain't hitting shots, what can you do? We gotta bench you.
Listen, this is what I'm saying, and I get what you're saying with that. It's like, you know, you're the best player, but you're not making your shots, so you need to not be in the game. But you look at it from an owner standpoint. I know you're looking at it from the coaching standpoint. Right. I get it. But even from the owner and from the player standpoint, you look at it as like basketball players should have pride about themselves because they're one of the top athletes in the world. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's a few and very select few in the boys club that they're in. You know what I'm saying? You should take pride in that. When you go to work, you should, with any job that you do, you should take pride in what you do because that's how you get paid, and that's going to be your legacy. When you have kids and they be like, well, how was my father was or how my mother was, were they this X, Y, and Z at work? Yeah, you should be prideful about your work. You shouldn't just try to coast by. And I understand that the NBA now pays a lot of these guys off of potential. It's something Jordan talked about years ago where these guys were coming in and they were getting these big shoe deals even before they played an 82-game season. You know what I'm saying? There'd be like 20 games in the thing. They'd be like, well, the potential for this kid is through the roof. And they'll give him contracts. You know what happens? Fucking Donovan Mitchell has a contract right now with Adidas.
He deserved it, though.
LeBron got a $90 million contract.
Before he even stepped foot on the court.
7 foot on the court. The thing is, I get it that this generation things comes easier to them. You know what I'm saying? Previous generation had to work a little bit hard. But you should still have that pride. It shouldn't just be about money.
Of course.
If I'm DeMar DeRozan, regardless if I'm 3 for 13, I want to make sure that I'm 4 for 14 to hit whatever shot that I need to hit. You know what I'm saying? Even if you 3 for 15, 3 for 14, you got to hit that. You got to take that shot. You the best player, and that's the thing that
coach take him out the game. Though?
Yeah,
coach
he didn't get the opportunity because
that's what I'm saying though. It's like if I understand you're not the top tier athlete, you're not the top guys, but you pretty close. DeMar DeRozan is pretty close.
He's good.
So it's like, yeah, you 3 for 13, but you gotta be in that game because, like I said before, it's not just about. In basketball, you don't play one side of the ball. You play two. So, in those final moments, there's no reason LeBron should be trailing up the court, running up the court with
free run.
Yeah, he's too big. He's like a locomotive.
And why didn't they double team? Like, how you just gonna let him run all the way to the side of the court like that and just?
As a player, bro. As a player, you gotta have pride and be like, yo, I don't give a fuck if he dogs me. But I'm going to give you my best effort because I right now am the only person, regardless of your personnel, you the star of the team. You should be like, yo, I can't depend on you. It got to be me. It got to be me. It could be like that offensively. But a lot of players think like that offensively, but they don't think like that defensively. And that's the problem. You don't have to be effective on just one side of the ball. And a lot of these coaches and the NBA player, I know the game is catered to offense now. There's no reason they should have been checked when the ball was inbounded. DeRozan should have been up on him. They do it in college.
When you're ice cold like he was in that game, you got to sit him down. You got to go with the game flow.
He could make up for it in other ways. It don't.
But he wasn't.
Rondo does it all the time.
But he wasn't. But he's not Rondo. He's paid to score.
He's better than Rondo, right?
Scoring.
Oh, okay, scoring.
He's paid to score. And if you go 3 for 14 during that game, I'm sitting your ass down. You not with the game flow. And they were still in the game.
They were still in the game. But think about
That's
it like
when you got to bring in your big guns too at the end of the game when you need them.
Yeah.
But what? So you gonna bring him off the bench, shoot a brick, and that's it?
So that's what coaching is about.
So this is
you gotta talk that into that man. You
gotta
be. No, bro.
Let him know you my star player. We going with you.
Yeah. Part of being a coach is a motivator, son. Players is gonna have bad nights.
What you think that did to his psyche? Just being on the bench.
Yeah, that shit fucked him up because next year in next game you fucked up.
No, you're right. Next year.
No, yeah, next year. Well, I get what you're saying because they still have one more game. Mm-hmm. But next year, now, what you do to DeMar DeRozan is because he becomes a little more timid because he feels like
coach don't trust him.
Coach don't trust him. So you were still in the game. They lost 103 to 105. You were still in the game. DeMar DeRozan should have been on that floor to do something defensively.
And-
Not even offensively.
Shouldn't have been watching, man.
He should have not been watching. He should have been on that floor defensively.
You got to go with your big guns when you're in a situation like that. This is the playoffs.
Yeah.
This is the season on the line.
It goes back to what we said 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
exactly. I was just about to say that.
Where,
Just about to say
let's say all the players is injured, and it's only Durant, Iguodala, and Durant's having a bad night. And you need to win the game, even though Durant is 1 for 19. You want him to
taking
be
that shot.
You want him taking that shot because
Whether
you
it's
know
1 for
why?
20 or 2 for 20.
It's 1 for 20 or 2 for 20. But great players will step up in great moments, and that's the thing. The playoff is where you create your legacy.
I was just about
Can't
to say
do that
that.
from the bench though.
Can't do it from the bench.
You talking about Durant to DeRozan?
Think about-
that's
think-
Apple. Come on, bro.
All right, think
Come
about
on
it. Think
now.
about it
He's
like
still the best player on the
He's
team.
He's the
still
best
the-
player on his team.
Yeah.
The coach felt at that moment that at the time of the game
Yeah.
he wasn't pulling his weight.
Well, guess what? They lost.
You
lost.
gotta
They
you
lost
gotta
either
bench him.
way.
Hey,
lost either way
and
without
and
your
he's
best
the
player
lead-
on the floor.
and he's the leader of the team, so he has to know that now. When he come back game 4,
Yeah.
they're probably gonna get swept. Let's just see the fire. They're gonna get swept.
I
But
think-
let's just see the
Well,
fire.
the
Let's see
NBA
it.
like to give 1 games to the bums, but they might get swept.
Man, I think Dwayne Casey time is running out.
Yeah, he's
it
over.
is.
for him.
He's been
How many,
there
how
for
many
long.
seasons are you gonna take this team to the playoffs? Do the same exact thing? How many times?
Yeah.
Yo,
He's
every
like Marvin Lewis in football. Like the
Oh,
Yo,
baby.
he really is.
man.
No, he is though.
Yeah, like
He is. He's
he's
like
that,
Marvin
that
Lewis.
coach that can't get over the hump
Yeah.
in the playoffs ever. But
Yeah.
they never fire him.
Yeah.
He has his job still.
You
Oh,
never
what was
want that
the other dude for a while? Jeff Fisher.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rams is looking all right now, but when he was on the Titans, come on,
And how
There
many
man.
was, there was
They was mediocre
And how
for
many years
years.
did they not fire him? They just
Yeah.
had him there like they
Jeff
embedded
Fisher,
him or
yeah.
something.
they damn near forced them out. They
They had to.
forced
They
them
had to.
out.
They had to, man. They had
But Dwayne
to.
Casey's the same case, man.
But
Like,
when in Dwayne's case, he has the talent he has around him.
Say that 10 times.
I know. No, I can't. You know I can't.
but this talent is not going to bring you nowhere.
And-
We know
and-
this.
and-
It's been proven.
we know
year after
that.
year. It don't matter who they have. Van Vliet, C.J. Miles, Serge
Yeah.
Ibaka. They've added all these players, and it's still the same. So
Listen,
What,
Not
you
getting
gonna
better.
blow it up?
I would blow it up.
you would.
I would blow it up.
I would.
I would
It's
blow
tough
it up.
because they got a lot of guys committed to a lot of dollars. So you gotta let. I don't know how much DeMar has off. But he sounded like a good 2 years ago, right? Sound like a big deal like 2 years ago, and Kyle Lowry sound like last year, right? So but the good thing about it is that the Kyle Lowry contract isn't crazy. I think it was like 3 years for $100 million.
Oh, okay.
So he has. So this is his second year, and then obviously you got the 1 year left, I believe, or he might have 2 years left because I think he signed last year. But so the Kyle Lowry comes off. He comes off when he's about 33, 34. DeRozan, I still think is a really good player. His game is a little bit from like the previous generation, the Kobe Bryants, and more like a Kawhi Leonard type of guy. But you gotta, and then Serge Ibaka, they committed a lot of dollars to him. But you gotta, what do you blow it up for? What is out there on free agency market? You know what I mean? I know 2019 is a big free agency thing with a couple of big names headlining it. But it's like, that's all you can really do. You kind of got to just stand pat because right now you don't have the cap space for it. Yeah. You know what I mean? You got to let the DeRozan contract. And I'm keeping DeRozan. I'm not even going to lie to you.
As
bad as niggas
I'll keep
talking.
him.
Yeah, I'll keep
I'll keep
DeRozan.
him.
The Kyle Lowry experiment. He dropped 27 in game 3.
Useless.
Yeah, I wouldn't
But
say
you
it's
can't have,
useless,
you can't have one of them doing their thing and the next not doing their thing.
Yes, son.
that's
You
the
can't-
thing.
it cannot be done.
They both have to do
Can't.
it together.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't think they could do anything with Kyle Lowry there. Honestly,
Yeah.
they're not going.
I've been saying it for years.
They'll be a good regular season team
Yeah.
year after year, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
anywhere else.
Well, I mean, just think about it. LeBron is having this effect that Jordan had on a lot of teams in the 90s. It's like, you know what I mean? It's just that you're not really going to be able to beat LeBron. Like, you saw what one of arguably the second best player had to do. Like, he was unconfident about his abilities so much to the degree that he was like, well, I just got to join the team that was in the finals. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. It's like, yo, LeBron has
You
that.
want to do this today?
No, I'm just saying LeBron has that effect. The same way Jordan had it. But the thing about back in the 90s is like dudes were really not trying to get together to beat Jordan. They was like, listen, man, we going to roll with them and we going to beat them one time. And, you know, Jordan won 6. Hakeem got his 2 when that nigga was
a lot
gone.
of people didn't get championships.
A lot of
for
people
doing that
didn't.
too.
You know what I'm saying?
Great players.
Yeah.
Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, Sean Kemp. You know, there a lot of them. They
Yeah,
didn't
a
get
lot
it
of Gary Payton.
Now Gary Payton got one in
In
Miami.
Miami he did. Yeah,
and this
he
is
did.
what I was talking about, the Mitch Richmond effect. playing all those
No,
years.
but Gary
Mitch
Payton
Richmond
earned
wasn't.
that. Gary Payton earned that. Bro.
Yeah.
Mitch Richmond was
If he ain't
he
hit
was
that
a
runner
starter.
off the backboard in Miami would have lost that game.
Yeah.
Miami, I remember that. But it's one of the things is like this is the effect that LeBron has on cats. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Is this now the best of LeBron we've seen with him now with a jump shot, a fadeaway?
So.
Miami,
I
Miami,
disagree. Yeah.
Miami.
Yeah, like
Miami.
his second. No, it's
It's
third
second-
year.
Yeah,
It's
Miami.
third year. In Miami.
Way cleaner jump shooter in Miami.
Yeah.
You know what it is? The air
I
cleaner
think,
down there.
I think overall
The dots
this is
is
best
better.
season, though, man.
You don't want no Cleveland dots.
Nah.
I think overall this is his best season.
His best
Collectively, free throw wise,
Yeah.
3-point wise. He most triple doubles he's gotten in the season this year.
Yeah.
Like he's been balling this year to the point where he has to because his team.
His team is Let's not compare it to the. I hate when they compare this 2018 team to the 2007. Please stop.
You can't.
That team 2007 was
You can't.
by far worse.
Yeah, you can't.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Kyle Kuzma's an idiot for saying
yeah,
that.
he was dumb.
What did he
Shut
say?
the fuck up.
There you
He
go.
said they better. They were better before.
No, he's saying like he basically sees the same.
Yeah.
Similarities.
George Hill, Rodney Hood,
Way better.
Jordan
Way
Clarkson,
better.
Larry Nance, way better players
Way
than
better.
Green.
Way
Jeff
better.
Green,
Kevin Love.
yeah, like
Way
come
better.
on.
I get it.
Yeah.
Kyle
But-
Kuzma's young. He's not
But my
aware
thing
of
is,
the.
I was talking to the masses at work.
You don't know about Ira Newble.
Oh shit!
God,
Good. See
There's
what
a
you were
name.
saying though. Yeah,
there's a name. Shit.
that dropped some other weight down. But go ahead.
People at work were telling me that this is the best LeBron. Now that LeBron is clutch. They're saying now LeBron is clutch.
Yeah, but LeBron has been hitting clutch shots though. Like I don't know what people are talking about. He's clutch now. I mean,
He wasn't hitting those
I
shots.
think he
Yes,
has
he
to do it.
was.
I think
I
he's
can-
putting
I can-
in postseason
there's a full compilation video.
Bro, he's
compilation
putting
against,
his possessions.
against Orlando.
of,
Yes,
of LeBron hitting game-winning jumpers.
you got the
Yeah.
one
Throughout
against
the-
Orlando. That's
I
one.
can name plenty of games. He got.
And I'm talking.
He
in
had one
postseason.
against Golden State, right? Well, that was a
in
regular
Miami.
season game, right? Yeah, when he was in Miami.
He
That
got
was,
one against Golden State.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he was
got-
in Cleveland.
yeah.
I'm talking about before he came back to Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just think he has more opportunities to do it now because his team is
Oh, yeah, but-
they so trash that
Yeah.
they always in close games.
Yeah.
So he's kind of have to save the day a lot of times now.
Well, the
Or-
thing about this Cleveland team, they just watch a lot.
A lot.
They not engage as much. You
You
know
think
what I mean?
anybody else wanted to take that shot yesterday? Absolutely not.
Well, nah.
They
I
was
mean,
watching them. They was just watching
yeah.
them running up the floor.
What? Listen. It's LeBron James. You think LeBron James ain't gonna have the ball in his hand?
He would
The
pass
world
it,
no.
But
That's-
he would
he-
pass it though.
he
That's
probably
the
would.
reason why
He-
Kyrie left.
I say nothing.
Reason why
I,
Kyrie
His shots
left.
are saying
I say
That's not the
nothing.
reason, 'cause
I
first-
say nothing.
Wait, hold on. See, this is bullshit, man. Because who took that? Who took that shot when they won their championship?
Well, he was supposed to take
No,
that
he made
shot.
sure
was
he
the
took
closer.
that
Yeah,
shot.
but,
he
but,
the closer.
Kyrie
people,
made
but,
sure he took
but
that
people
shot.
act like
Well-
LeBron don't average 7 assists a game for his career. He definitely does pass.
No, I'm not saying that LeBron doesn't pass the ball. I just think to the standpoint for Kyrie, Kyrie just felt like he was a guy that dominated the ball. And then one of the wishes when Kyrie went to Boston was because the whole knock on Kyrie was just he was just a scorer, and he wasn't, he's not really a true point guard. You know what I'm saying? That he was a 2 masquerading as a 1. And the thing was, he wanted to change that perception about himself. That's the reason why he went to Boston. He was doing it a little bit early in the season before the knee injury. But the thing is, as great as LeBron is, and he does average 7 assists a game, he does dominate the ball a lot. And I get it, this season he's doing it a lot because his team is putrid. But you got to let these guys play. You know what I mean? You got to encourage these guys. And I'm not saying he's not doing that, but for whatever reason, it's not working. Whether he's overmining Tyronn Lue, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't even think it's that.
what do you think?
He wants to trust his guys, but if they can't hit the shots, he's not going to trust. He's going to do it on his own.
Look, and that's
It's
what.
like when Kobe asked Smush Parker, "You trust Smush Parker to take your shot?" Like,
But this
seriously,
is the
you think-
thing though. Kobe trusts Pau Gasol, and that's what
Yeah, oh,
LeBron
yes, he
got to
did.
understand.
That's
LeBron,
Pau Gasol,
yeah,
though.
but
Pau
that's
Gasol ain't
Kevin
Smush Parker.
Love. That's Kevin Love.
Yeah.
You remember Kevin Love on Minnesota? I ain't forget about that guy.
I ain't 16 rebounds. a game.
Yeah,
I ain't forget.
I ain't forget about that guy. They was comparing him to Will Chamberlain at one point. He was grabbing so many
Yes,
Who the
he
rebounds.
fuck was comparing him to
Bro,
Will
you-
Chamberlain?
They was comparing him to Will
Bro, you
Chamberlain
must not
at
have
one
been
point.
watching. You must not have been watching. Bro.
Kevin Love was a
Well, that
problem.
was garbage
on
at that
Minnesota.
point. So I damn sure wasn't watching.
Bro,
Kevin Love was putting up numbers though.
Kevin Love was putting
Yeah,
up
he put up
numbers.
numbers.
His last
26
year in
14.
Minnesota,
I know.
It was at one point he was the best power forward in
In
the
the league, yeah. We
Yeah.
at one point I consider Kevin Love the best power forward in the
Shooting
league.
threes, grabbing rebounds, he
Best
did
power
everything.
forward.
Yeah.
He did everything.
And that's the thing is like, you know, you could attribute it to the weight loss. But at the same time, you don't lose weight just to lose weight. You lose weight to get stronger.
Not even that.
You know what I'm saying?
The role he was going to be playing, he had to lose the weight. Anyway.
He don't have to play that role though.
Not
He don't
on the
have
Cavs, not on the
to.
Cavs.
He don't have to play it now.
He's a spotter basically. On
Yeah,
the Cavs,
he don't have to play with Kyrie. I get it. You had to be Chris Bosh 2.0.
Right.
But even Chris Bosh made it work in Miami.
Right.
Exactly.
You know
And he
what I'm
played
saying?
defense too.
And he played defense. You know what I'm saying? The thing with Kevin Love is like look like he's just not engaged at times.
But how? It's been 3 years now. How do you don't look engaged at this point?
Bro, his roles change every year. It seems though.
Bless you.
Every year.
Actually,
like
it's been 4 years. This is
4 years.
4 years.
yeah.
And
Thank you.
every year it seems
But
like
the-
a different animal.
But think
you know
about
what I'm saying? Like,
think about it like this. This is what Pau Gasol had to deal with the upper management always talking about trading him. Will he be traded at the deadline, trade deadline? Kevin Love had to deal with that. His first 2 seasons, they was talking about getting rid of Kevin Love. They was talking about why they even traded for Kevin Love. Because Andrew Wiggins, I mean, even though he didn't do shit this postseason,
Nah.
but
The projection was
the projection was that Wiggins was going to be a superstar.
Yeah.
And the fact that him and LeBron was going to clash because they're really close to the same position.
Yeah.
Wiggins is that hybrid 2-3. LeBron is a 3.
He could be a
LeBron
2
is
or 4.
LeBron is a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, he can do
basically,
anything.
But it was going to clash, and that's why you wanted Kevin Love because of what Kevin Love was doing in Minnesota. But he lost weight, and then you remember he broke his hand. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Kevin Love for never felt like he was on solid ground.
Okay.
It was like a starting 5. He was the only white dude in the starting 5. You know what I mean? So it's that whole racial thing as well. Even though I don't think LeBron is like that.
I don't think that is.
No, I'm saying though there was reports
that.
about
Yeah,
there was reports on that.
Oh, wow.
There was
Yeah.
reports
He
on
couldn't-
that.
he couldn't
Yeah,
relate to his teammates.
he couldn't relate to his teammates. Really couldn't hang out with
That's
them
why he started
because.
doing all the handshakes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I knew about that though, but I didn't know. Like,
But
I
think
didn't
about
know
it.
racial.
Camaraderie is not also. I mean, you got to build that chemistry on the court, but you got to build that off the court. When I was playing at Berkeley, me and my guys, we used to roll 12 deep. Like we hung out everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but we was all black guys. You know what I'm saying? So we like the same shit.
I thought that had anything. To do.
No, I'm
really
saying,
do.
but it does though. Think about it though.
They was hanging out with Deladova. He's white.
Well, yeah. Listen,
hanging out with Bergeau, he's
son.
white.
What black? Think about it like this. What black person don't like an Australian? You know what I'm saying? Like a foreigner in their group.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Yo!
You know what I'm saying? A foreigner in their group, and it happens, bro. It always happens. There's a token black. Look, listen. If there's a token black dude in white groups, I guarantee you, there's a token white dude in black groups. You know what I'm saying? There's a token black dude with white groups. There's a token white dude with black. It happens, bro.
Okay.
It happens, bro.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Okay. That's cool.
I'm telling you.
That's cool.
And he's a foreigner. Kevin Love, where he from?
He's from LA.
Yeah,
He's from LA, right?
Yeah.
Typical white dude. You know what I'm saying? No accent. Delado, yeah. How many? Let's think about it like this. How many actors get roles and you hear them talk? Well, listen though. But how many actors you hear get roles and then all of a sudden they talk and you find out they British?
Oh, true.
You know what I'm saying?
The dude on The Walking Dead.
Yeah. You know what I'm
There's
saying?
a film from Andrew Lincoln.
Yeah. You like what the fuck, bro? Makes you
So
cooler.
what about Idris Elba? Yeah.
Yo, he cool too for that. And they just,
Yo,
he
where
cool
are we
too for
going
that.
right now?
They just acted
Where
American.
are we right now?
They
Listen,
acted American.
Listen. But
Is this
one-
entertainment tonight now? This
listen,
turning into
a
entertainment
little
tonight?
bit of it. Let's get back on track. But that's what I'm saying is that there were reports about
they
Kevin
wasn't
Love
together.
feeling uncomfortable.
They wasn't together.
Yeah, they weren't together. And then you think about it. LeBron just basically shipped half of the team this season. You know what I'm saying?
He pulled a Thanos.
Yeah, basically.
He pulled a Thanos.
He pulled the Thanos.
He did.
Yeah,
He got rid of everybody.
He disintegrated half of the team.
And brought back some other guys.
Yeah.
And look where you are now.
Look,
I
listen.
think they would have been in the same place had they.
I
kept
think
the
so.
Love.
I think so.
No way.
I think so.
No.
Where's
D-Wade would
Isaiah
be
Thomas right now?
exhausted right now. Isaiah Thomas is injured.
Yeah, he's injured.
right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
my point. He's injured right now. You think he wouldn't have been injured with the Cavs? He would have been injured. Dwayne Wade would have been exhausted.
I think I tell you
the same amount of production.
I'll tell you this: Dwayne Wade dropping that 21 points in that Miami game. I guarantee he would have had a lot more of that playing with LeBron James.
Yeah,
because to think about it, that was the reason why they got D Wade
for that moment,
for those moments, because you knew that first of all, him playing in Miami with LeBron definitely took it eased a lot of the stuff that Wade was going through prior to LeBron being there. I think D Wade's career would have been a lot worse if LeBron didn't go to Miami. He would have been injured. I think he would have been injured more. I think LeBron being there and D Wade taking that step back allowed Wade to extend his career to even right now. You know what I mean? He had pretty 2 good games in that Sixers series. You know what I'm saying? He was like, we want the old D Wade, and the old D Wade was back.
Well, hold on 1 minute. Listen, for anybody who's listening out there, you can't comment during the show. Just type in whatever you want to say. If you have a question or you want to say something to the fellas or whatever the case may be, put it in the box in the
comment
section.
Yeah.
Please,
but
let's hear your feedback.
Yeah, for sure. But listen, that team, this LeBron team, bad, and if he beats Golden State.
Yo, if he beats Golden State,
it's not.
They're not.
I don't think so.
Back to
this is
back.
what I'm saying.
If
but if he,
there is no if though. It's just like when people saying.
You got talking to Mike.
It's just like it's just like what people were saying. If Conor McGregor is gonna beat Floyd Mayweather, we know that shit ain't gonna happen.
Floyd been boxing his whole life.
If the Cavs even get to the finals, I'll be surprised.
They get into the finals.
Nah, I wouldn't be too surprised.
Go ahead. I want to hear what you want to say because I think we're thinking on the same wavelength.
So now, you think Boston?
I think Boston could take him out.
Nah.
I think Boston could take him out.
The coaching.
Well, some Stevens is a good coach, man.
The coaching of Brad Stevens.
He finds a way,
to
make them guys come together.
I'm not saying it's impossible, but
I can see the Celtics going to the finals.
Cleveland does have LeBron. You got to remember that.
Exactly.
They got that one guy on the team that's a difference.
Any team he goes on, got a chance. Just like I said before.
I do want to say this though. Listen, I get right now. Boston is up 3-0 against Philly, and Philly
series is done. In the conference finals,
you're right. Yeah. Philly was the hot team coming in the regular season to the playoffs.
Of bums. They were under 500 teams, made them look better than they was.
Yeah, that is that. But this is the thing.
Yeah,
Brad Stevenson is a hell of a coach, but you got to realize the competition that he did play against. Right now, the Bucks are trying to interview Becky Hammon for
that's big.
Coach. That is big.
That's big.
But that also shows that the interim head coach, whoever he was, didn't. So Brad Stevenson outplayed a guy who outcoached the guy who wasn't going to be there next year, basically.
Oh, yeah, fine. Well, he's outcoaching.
Well, listen.
Yeah,
Brett Brown now.
Yeah,
he's Brett Brown, and I get that.
Outcoach, I think. Tyler Lue. I think
no, he'll outcoach LeBron than anything.
But the thing is with that, Milwaukee has Giannis. Giannis is a great player, but if you take him out, if he can't shoot and defensively he's great, but you can let him get his points. They don't really have nobody else. Chris Middleton, he does. Eric Bledsoe, you've seen Terry Rozier back the whole fucking series, and Jabari Parker's still returning from
injury.
His third knee injury, right?
Crazy.
So that core really, you know what I mean. And with the interim head coach, I think played into the part where Milwaukee, even though it was a tough series, Milwaukee losing because Brad Stevenson does have that continuity of his guys, even though he got 4 new guys at the beginning of the year, but he had the whole season to build that continuity.
Right.
Where in the Jason Kidd thing was like, he got fired and then the guy was the interim head coach and all that. Cool. That series, I get why Brad Stevenson beat.
Stevens is still a better coach than
I'm not saying.
Kidd, though.
Listen, I'm not saying if Kidd was there that they would have won, but what I'm saying is, understand that it's not just Brad Stevenson. It's also the competition. So now you get to you beat Milwaukee, right? Beat Milwaukee. It was a tough series. Somebody had to win. Mm-hmm. Brad Stevenson right now is probably the best coach in the league.
He is. You don't have to say that.
Except for Greg Popovich. Yeah, Brad Stevenson is the W coach. So now you get to Brett Brown and you get to the Philadelphia 76ers. They've been overachieving the whole season.
Yep.
Right? You didn't think they was, what was they, number 4? Number
3.
Number 3. They ended up being number 3. The Brett Brown has been coaching, and I watched the interview. It was like Brett Brown was just excited to be in the playoffs. Like, now, if you're a coach, you know what I'm saying? Not saying you're not supposed to be excited about the development you got, but he was talking about the entire time about the possibilities. it was like he was talking about the future, not this season.
Oh, wow.
So it's like
Not good.
the thing is, you got to understand, your guy who you say is a rookie, he is a rookie. Ben Simmons is going to hit a wall. There's always a rookie wall that every player hits, right? Joel Embiid, he came back even though he's been dominating. You know what I mean? But he has that injury to the face. I think it's an orbital fracture.
That is not a factor at all.
No, it's not. It's not.
You can't put that
And then Markelle Fultz too. I don't really know what he's doing this series.
He should not play. Everybody keeps saying play him. He's not playing.
Yeah.
That's it.
And Philly, and you got to think about it too. Philly hasn't been shooting the 3 ball as well as they've been in the regular season. Yeah. So it's like if you're a team, you know that lives by it, you're gonna die by it.
Right.
So the problem is, it's like
they're dying right now.
Yeah. The problem is
they almost dead.
The Celtics close out quickly on guys.
Shooters.
On shooters, they close out quickly. They're one of the quickest teams closing out on
the defense.
On shooters. So along with your rookie having that one game where he had 1 point, you know what I mean, even though he only attempted like 7 shots or something, four shots, right? So even less than that. The thing is, it's like it's kind of you can see why the Celtics will win against Philly, right?
To tell you the truth, I wasn't even expecting that.
You wasn't.
I was not.
But you wasn't. I wasn't expecting. I thought Philly was going to win, but then it's like reevaluating everything and watching the game. You can see why that Celtics 3-0. I would have never guessed that. Yeah, but they played better collectively.
Yes,
they're a way better team.
Yeah,
and the thing is, if Kyrie was there, oh my God,
son,
Jesus,
and Gordon Hayward.
Not even Gordon Hayward.
No, bro, you got to add that though. That's you talking about 22.
He's a part of the team.
You talking about 22 points a night? He was giving you that on Utah.
I'm talking about. Granted, he had the broken leg, so I.
Oh, okay. So you just omitted him from the season,
right?
Okay.
But if he was to come back, it's still a problem.
But remember, it's the leg. I hear what you're saying,
yeah.
but it's the leg still.
Yeah.
If Kyrie's there, they're the favorite to come out the East.
I think so.
I think they're still the favorite without him. Based on the level that Terry Rozier is playing. Terry Rozier is filled in for Kyrie Irving so good. He's not Kyrie, but he's putting up the same exact numbers, 24 a game.
Yeah,
he ain't going to do that against Cleveland. Man.
That's what you think. You thought nobody thought he was going to do that against them in the last series. Now he's doing the same thing in the second series.
Yeah.
He's building.
Didn't he get a triple double his first start?
Yes.
So he like instant offense.
He's building like a little resume for himself to show you that he can do it. He got a little nickname now and everything, and he's living up to that.
Wait, what's his nickname?
Scary Terry.
Oh shit.
They gave him a friggin' name already.
Gave him a name, man.
Playoff P.
Scary
Terry.
Don't you say that goddamn name in here. He ain't no goddamn playoff P.
I'm fucking around, man.
The fuck?
But like I said, he's playing at the same level.
He unemployed
as Kyrie,
P right
man.
now.
Yeah, you're damn right about that. He won't be unemployed for long,
but yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, he's playing at the same level as Kyrie would be playing at.
I think so. Yeah, Rozier's.
Now, Kyrie would be dropping at least like 25.
Yeah, son.
He's doing that right
now.
now.
No, but that's what he's saying. He's saying Rozier's playing about.
He's filling in that role perfectly right now. To the point where they don't miss him, really. You know what I'm saying? But not saying that, okay, having Kyrie wouldn't be a benefit.
Oh, you need Kyrie.
Of course. But if you got a player that could fill in off the just he used to be a bench player. Mm-hmm. Now he's starting. And he's doing the same thing your starter would be doing.
Yeah,
that's not really dropping off.
That was like that few years ago with the Clippers with Chris Paul and Eric Bledsoe. Like when Eric Bledsoe filled in really good for Chris Paul, and then he got that big contract, and then from Phoenix, and then I don't know what the fuck.
It went to hell after
seen
that.
The back of niggas' jerseys.
Hold on. Now you're seeing Boston do what they do without Kyrie. Mm-hmm. It's been put out there already that San Antonio. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Would it be possible? Let me ask it another way. If the opportunity came up,
Kyrie for
Kawhi, would you pull the trigger on the deal?
Wait, straight up. If I was who though?
If you was a GM,
if you was a GM for Boston,
yes.
If you was
hell no, the way Kyrie played this season, that wouldn't make any sense.
You know why I wouldn't do it?
Why?
Because Kawhi takes away from Tatum and Jaylen Brown and Gordon Hayward.
He takes a shot. You mean?
Yeah, he takes away. They have three have 3 players that play the same position. Yeah. Boston does. Yeah. So I get it. Kawhi is great, but I think you need a point guard to distribute all that talent that you got.
But to his point now, he's saying Rozier is fitting perfectly.
Yeah, but you can. There's always an aberration. You know what I mean? This is one of the things. Is like Rozier is playing a heck of a series, but who's to say he comes back and does that
for Kyrie's season.
Who's saying that's his?
Kyrie's giving you that.
Kyrie's giving you that.
But he's giving it to you right now. He's feeling imperfect right now. But he's saying like once the season starts, will it be the same? Like say he comes in next season and the Kyrie's still hurt. He's averaging 12 points a game. That's not Kyrie numbers.
No, it's not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So that's a drop off. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you mean. That's a drop off.
So I wouldn't trade for Kawhi. Kawhi's a hell of a player.
Now what happened? Because Boston has draft picks. Mm-hmm. So you give up. So you made the trade for Kyrie for Kawhi, and Boston also gives you one of their first round picks.
I wouldn't do that.
You still want to do it?
I would not take.
So Kyrie and a top 5 pick.
If I'm the Spurs, I'm gonna take that.
Right. Yeah, you're the Spurs. But Boston doesn't benefit from getting Kawhi.
It's stupid for them. Like he said, they got like 3 people that play that position.
And of course, it's going to be a sign and trade.
No, in
order. So you wouldn't take for San Antonio to offer Kawhi to get Kyrie. You wouldn't take him and a top 5.
Who we taking? From who perspective though? That's what I'm saying. What from which GM perspective? Are we talking about? Are you talking as a San Antonio GM?
Okay, as a Boston GM.
As a Boston GM, I would not trade.
As a Boston GM,
I wouldn't take that trade.
That would make no sense.
You have another high draft pick, I believe, or a mid draft pick this year. Mm-hmm. Why would you even trade that? There's potentially good players. We watched some good college games this past season. There's potentially a player could fall into your lap that could bolster your bench or who could be a starter, and you could probably move away from that Gordon Hayward contract if you feel like his contract isn't coming to the level of what you need production-wise. You know what I'm saying?
But now, look at all the players you have around you now. Even without that, you have Jaylen Brown, first-round pick.
Yeah.
Rozier, was he a first-round pick?
Rozier, I don't know where.
Tatum, a first-round pick.
Tatum was number 3.
You mean to tell me there's only so much possession you can get, like you said.
Yeah.
So this is me asking the basketball people.
Yeah, you go.
Wouldn't it be smart for you to say like, all right, we could take the draft pick of Boston for San Antonio and take like a Marvin Bagley or No,
but that's the thing though. San Antonio, you talking about San Antonio getting Marvin Bagley?
Right. If you made the deal.
But Boston wouldn't do it. Like for that trade benefits only San Antonio.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why Boston won't pull the shit.
Yeah, because first of all, it's like let's say Boston gets Kawhi Leonard. What does Kawhi Leonard do outside of just doing defense? He scores. Mm-hmm. But to score, you need a ball in your hand. Unless you like.
But here's the key factor. Remember, Brad Stevens is the coach. Brad Stevens is the coach.
But Kawhi Leonard has Greg Popovich.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not. If anything, it's not really a far drop off. Like it's even asinine to think that Brad Stevenson is a better coach than Greg Popovich.
Of course.
But so the crown is really Greg Popovich, and then everybody else just falls in the line. Brad Stevenson happens to be close. Like I get it if you was talking about like a different franchise. If Kawhi was on a different franchise and Greg Popovich wasn't his coach, yeah. But for me to be like, I'm Brad Stevenson, I'm going to utilize Kawhi Leonard better than Greg Popovich would be crazy. And Brad Stevenson would probably even think that himself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I think Kawhi, he doesn't really get a lot of assists. He probably averages like 2 assists a game. So it's like 2.5 or something like that. I might be wrong, but it's not a lot.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The thing is like you got the most Kawhi could play is the 2, 3, a little bit of the 4. You know what I mean? Not really a 1. You know what I mean? Who would you put at the 1? At Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown.
And you have Teddy Rozier.
Yeah, what I'm saying though. But then you think about who you haven't come off the bench like
Marcus Smart. I mean, you're going to use Marcus Smart?
No, I'm saying like okay, out of Gordon, Jaylen, Tatum, and Kawhi, who do you have coming over? Obviously, you're going to put the 2 guys, Jaylen Brown.
It just wouldn't make sense to me.
It would.
The chemistry.
Yeah, it would. Yeah,
really?
Yeah, why would you mess with the chemistry that they got going on?
You got 4 guys who played a 2 or 3.
Why would you need to trade? You're on a winning team.
Yeah, and then you hinder the growth of Jason Tatum and Jaylen.
So now, what happens then when you get the draft picks now? Now Boston keeps the draft picks. And they have a top 5 pick. It's going to be a top 5 pick.
This is the thing. If I'm
how many people? How are you going to keep all these people?
I got you. This is what I would do. You see, they picked up Greg Monroe.
Right.
They need a 5. Aaron Baines been playing above what we thought Aaron Baines was going to be doing.
Okay.
But they need a 5. Greg Monroe's not that 5. They could put Marvin Bagley third at the 5 if they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? You need a 5. because that completes your team.
But I mean, the lottery didn't happen yet, so we don't.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Whoever they get,
Bagley's probably gonna be 1, 2, or 3. Something like that.
Yeah. Well, this is what I'm saying. You need to get. If I'm Boston, I'm going because Marcus Morris is good, but Marcus Morris could come off the bench too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
he's been coming off the bench.
He's been coming off the bench. So I'm getting a 4 or 5 with my pick. I don't need no more guards. I don't need no more two. I don't need no more wings. I need a big man.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Potentially a guy who can turn out to be like the next DeMarcus Cousins or Anthony Davis.
Okay.
Because if you have that on your team at a cheap price for 4 years, oh my goodness, you're going to be dangerous.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And now these kids come in more prepared than they used
to.
Yeah. You know what I mean? The game changed. You know what I mean? So it's like, if I'm Boston, I'm keeping my pick. I'm keeping Kyrie. I wouldn't trade for Kawhi.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, we're getting to the point of the show. It's a new segment of the show, actually.
Not really new, but
not really new.
We've
done it a few times. But it's the Shut the Fuck Up segment. Yes, It is here now. And today's segment will be orchestrated by Brother Q. He has a few things to say to somebody out there who probably says something kind of fucking stupid. So we're going to let this man, speak out. Let him say what he got to say. The floor is yours, my man.
Well, this Shut the Fuck Up segment is specified for retired basketball legend Scottie Pippen. He says the Golden State Warriors are not a dynasty due to the fact that they allowed Kevin Durant to come to the team. Now, what? Exactly. See, now, here's the thing that don't make sense to me, because I'm pretty sure if Scottie Pippen was a GM, right, he'd accept Kevin Durant with open arms, right?
Oh,
wouldn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
So
speaking to the mic, bro.
He would accept Kevin Durant with open arms now, wouldn't he?
Yes, he would.
Yeah.
So I mean, what are you talking about by this team is in a dynasty? Also, they won 2 championships in the last 3 years. They look like they're gonna be around for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this dude talking about?
That's all you got. You got more. You got more to say.
He's a hater.
Yeah, he definitely is a hater. He definitely is a hater.
Wait, so
we'll tell him. Tell him he's a hater.
Yeah, Scottie Pippen, you're a fucking hater. Even though that I know Scottie can't hear this, I hope you do hear this someday. But you're a fucking hater, and Durant would give you 40 in his sleep.
Wait. So Durant. So Scottie said that they're not a dynasty because Durant went there?
Yeah, just because Durant went there.
That would further cement their dynasty level.
Exactly what the fuck I'm saying.
Yeah. If anything, they are a dynasty because of Durant.
Dennis Rodman joined them, right? He continued their legacy.
Yeah, he continued their legacy.
But
No.
I think he did. They won 3 and then they won 3 more.
Right.
Yeah.
Because Jordan took that 2-year break.
He did.
And then Dennis Rodman joined them.
I was thinking about
he just made them even better than they
I was thinking about something different. I was thinking about the Bad Boys and all that stuff. But I get what you're saying.
That's like a 6-year
the
dynasty
Bad Boys,
if you
the
want to
Black
be
Boys.
real about it. That's a dynasty of 6 years.
Yeah.
So
that's a dynasty.
Same thing. And they added an all-star.
Listen, if anybody don't think Golden State not winning this year, that's crazy. Exactly. Them niggas is winning.
They're winning.
They win.
Come on, bro.
Curry came off the bench and dropped
28.
And he was gone for like a few
5 weeks.
5 weeks. Like it's nothing.
See, you know what it is? People thinking that the Rockets got that chance. That's why. But
listen, Chris Paul don't sniff Western Conference, and James Harden like the Instagram thoughts too much.
Hey, take it easy, buddy. Take it easy over there.
I think he with Ashanti now, which is bad. Shanti.
Hey, that's the upgrade.
Bad, bro.
Hey, that's the upgrade, bro.
Oh, baby.
There you go. There you go. That's it, Q?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
You good.
My man, you have something to say?
Word. Listen, man.
Talk. Speak on it. Speak on it. Put the camera. Make it hot and make it sure you get on him.
This is what I'm talking about. That Pippen shit was crazy though. But this, my shut the fuck up has to do with Carmelo Anthony.
Oh boy, brace yourself.
Listen, Sean. He not a Knicks. He not a Knicks player no more. He not a Knicks player no more. So don't feel as bad. But my thing is that, as we all know, OKC, they lost to a rookie in Donovan Mitchell in the Utah Jazz, which is a pretty good defensive team. During the press conference, I guess exit interviews that they have, Carmelo expressed that he wouldn't be coming off the bench. So obviously Melo is part of that 2003 draft class.
Yes.
With
LeBron,
Darko. Oh God.
Who has their championship ring, by the way?
He does. 2004 Pistons.
Okay.
That could have been Melo, man.
That could have been Melo.
Yep.
But Melo's probably like, I kind of just want to do everything myself. I don't really want to play within the team.
It was Joe Dumars, but go ahead.
Yeah, it was Joe Dumars, but But Melo's talking about. Oh, hold on, sorry. Hey, babe.
Are you kidding? Yo.
Babe, let me call you back.
Oh, no.
All right, let me call you back, babe. You outside? All right. But my bad.
That's just like the pizza.
Yeah. My bad. So freaking Melo has expressed that he's not in to coming off the bench. First of all, Nicky, you shouldn't be into doing anything right now. You lost. So whatever your role is next season, take it. Because the only thing you're saving grace is that $28 million that you gonna opt into, because ain't nobody paying your ass a dime no more.
Word.
You gonna get D-Wade money that he got when Cleveland picked him up for $1.42 million. If you don't know, my 2K players know, because that's the veteran minimum in 2K that you could give somebody.
Speak on it.
You know what I'm saying?
Speak on it.
Listen, this is what Melo gonna do. Melo's gonna opt into his $28 million, and whoever the head coach with, Billy Donovan, to me, should be fired.
No, he's staying next year.
I know he's staying, but whoever Billy Donovan should just have Melo come off the bench. Melo, I get that the fact that he was a star player and it's hard to learn his new role, but you got to make the best of your opportunities. And I know playing with Westbrook ain't the easiest thing, so there's that too, especially when you're taking 40 plus shots in one game, which is fucking ridiculous.
Fucking insane.
You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing. Carmelo needs to understand that to be productive at this point in your career, you can look at one of your closest friends, D-Wade. He came off the bench. He regulated himself to the bench. You know what I'm saying? For Cleveland. And he regulated himself in Miami.
I'm pretty sure he had the stroke in Miami too.
You know what I'm saying? If he wanted to start it over, what's his name? Johnson? Not Tyler Johnson, the other guy.
James Johnson.
No, not James Johnson.
Waiters?
Waiters
is injured, but that's
whoever the two guard is. It's something. I think he's number 5.
Josh Richardson.
Josh Richardson. Yeah, Richardson, not Johnson. I'm sorry.
Good save.
I guarantee he could have started over that because, like Q said, he does have the pull. The thing is, you got to understand, and Kobe had this problem too, where he didn't understand the point in career where it was like, you need to just kind of take a step back because you're not that guy no more. Melo's a great scorer. He could be a great scorer off the bench. But, nigga, you talking about you going to start where? You too slow to guard threes, and you ain't strong. Well, no, Melo is very strong. Melo is a very strong player, but Melo ain't banging for boards. Not at this point in his career. He's a spot-up shooter and a guy who could give you points off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Melo, shut the fuck up. You are going to go wherever Billy Donovan tells you to go, because you are definitely not a starter. You might be a starter on Sacramento, but you ain't a starter on OKC.
Well, it depends on who's on the team.
Listen,
as well.
you listen.
Bro, he's a starter.
Tell you the truth.
OKC. I'm sorry, bro. I mean, I understand where he comes from.
Negro, are you kidding me right now?
Bro,
listen.
Who they got that's better than him to put that small forward
Listen,
spot?
you gotta let
Jeremy Grant.
You gotta let guys
You
develop.
start Jeremy Grant over.
No, I mean it does give your team a spark though, because remember James Harden was better than Cephalosha when he was.
And Cephalosha was starting.
Yeah,
Cephalosha was starting. This is the thing. Manu Ginobili did it for years, so I don't understand a guy who made a boatload of money in his career, who's on a championship contending team. Right? We can think all we want about OKC, but if them niggas was to get them shit right, they was one of the most dangerous teams. The problem is that Billy Donovan don't know what the fuck to do with any of them. He just let them play iso ball. Melo don't know what the fuck he's doing because he has never been in that role before. Poor George, to me, is a little overrated and fucking
a lot overrated. But go ahead.
And Westbrook he's the only legitimate superstar. But the problem is he does whatever the fuck he wants because he's the only legitimate superstar. So in order to have Paul George and fucking what's his name play together well, you know what I'm saying? Paul George and Westbrook. Melo, you need to come off the bench because you're looking like a clown out there. Where you could bolster that second bench and fucking actually do something and be a problem and get all the touches you want and take all the shots you want. You talking about you don't want to come off the bench, you in your 15 year in the league? Nigga, unless your name LeBron James, you need to shut the fuck up.
Melo ain't a team player, man.
He never been. He never been.
And let me explain to you something.
Never been.
The minute he goes on that bench, he admits he don't have it no more.
But
I
think that's
what he don't want to admit, though.
He do not want to admit it's over.
Nigga.
If he come off the bench, it's over for him.
Exactly.
He don't want to.
It's an ego thing, bro.
He's living off his reputation right now.
Yeah, his reputation is I don't want to come off the bench. Remember he said that before the season started.
Yep.
Too.
Yeah,
he laughed at it.
So,
nigga, watch the tape. It been over. It been over. You ain't got to be regulated to the bench to see that.
Word.
You looking like Paul Pierce in the Clippers in a Clippers uniform.
Damn, son.
You looking like Paul Pierce in a Clippers uniform right now.
Struggling out
The crazy thing is, D Wade is 3 years older than Carmelo
and he's still
Anthony.
putting up numbers.
He put up numbers in the playoff. And you know why? Because he saved his energy coming off the bench. And right now, that's where Carmelo's at.
And to tell you the truth, he's a team player.
He's a team player. Yeah.
Carmelo, I don't think Carmelo's ever been a team player.
That's why That's why
I think he should be starting. though. Honestly, just reduce his minutes or something, man.
Let the Nick thing go, man.
Listen.
I'm not. It's not about the Nick thing.
Come
man.
on.
There's no one better in that position on that team than Melo. There's none. Who is a better small forward on that team? Like he said.
Well, actually, Paul George is because he actually is a 3.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah,
he just got the handle of a 2, so I guess they made him play 2.
Who, Paul George?
Yeah. Paul George really is a 3. And Melo should be playing
he's a 3. Paul George is really a 3.
And Melo should be playing the
4.
Friggin' 4.
That's what they were trying to experiment with, though. They tried to experiment with that. It's not working because, like you said, he don't bang on the boards.
Yeah, he don't bang on the boards.
I don't think he don't want to do it.
He don't like playing the 4.
He don't like playing the 4.
Yeah,
but that's why it didn't work.
The thing is, they're not going to start Patrick Patterson over him.
No, you
understand what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like, let's be for real. Let's be for real. They're not gonna start Patrick Patterson over Melo.
Totally forgot that nigga was on the
team. I forgot. Jeez,
I forgot Patrick got his
player though. He's a big.
He's not a bad player at all. He can shoot threes, but he's not starting him over Melo.
Nah, damn son.
I mean, sometimes
solid
it's
6 points a game.
Sometimes it's good to put the better player on the bench, though. It does give your bench some life, especially if you don't have that much depth. They don't
have a lot of depth, and Melo could have been part of the leader of that bench.
They need to try to get that depth this offseason.
Mr. Producer Man, do we have enough time for one more? I'll save it.
All right,
I'll save it.
All right, guys. Wait, how much minutes do we have left? Oh yeah! Come on, guys!
Wow!
Shit threw me off, man. But you're right. Patrick. I mean, Melo is a starter on OKC, but the thing at this point in his career, he's not a starter on a lot of teams.
I agree with that.
And he needs to come off the bench because that's what OKC really needs. Like when Westbrook and George come out, they need that firepower with the bench. That's what Manu Ginobili been doing for years on the Spurs.
He's made a career out of it now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Like, who else is on that bench? There's nobody else on that bench
right now. What on
OKC?
No, it's not.
I
it's
told people when
they picked up Corey Brewer.
Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares about no fucking Corey Brewer? Good defender. Who the fuck cares? Get the fuck out.
That's like having Andre Robertson come off the bench. It's the same thing.
Shit.
Corey Brewer shoot better.
Yeah, Corey Brewer shoots
not
better.
Not that much better. Ain't that much better.
Yeah, it's not that much better.
Ain't that much better.
Corey Brewer shooting than
Andre Robertson.
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
They do not respect Robinson's shot at
all.
I wouldn't either.
Yo, they stand at least 5-6 feet away from him when you shoot the three.
Honestly, I feel like that's one NBA player I could beat in a 1-on-1.
Nah,
Negro, are you serious right now?
He'll still watch.
He'll watch.
Defensively,
I'll back up over him, and he's gonna miss everything.
Negro, do you know what you talk? That's a paid player right there.
Just make sure when you play Robinson, just make sure them handles tight, bro.
Word.
He a great defender though.
That's true. That is true.
He's a great defender.
I respect the moxie. Don't
he gonna
get
take
it
the ball
twisted.
from you and get nothing but layups. That's
word. Saying he might even punch that shit out.
Word.
He punching it to the gate, to the wall, whatever.
Wherever, son.
Nah, but I feel offensively he's horrendous, bro. He's horrendous.
I like your moxie though. I like your moxie.
Air balls. A shooting guard shooting air ball free throws. Like, come on now.
Man, that's crazy. Is there another STFU? I know we had.
There's one for me.
All right, go ahead.
This has been coming for ages now.
Yeah.
This has to do with the NFL. Okay.
Oh shit! You should have told me. I would have wrote that up.
No, don't worry. You can write it in there. We write in there after.
Yeah.
This is for one, Des Bryant. Des Bryant, you need to shut the fuck up.
What he say?
He's still claiming to be one of the better wide receivers out there in the league.
Yeah, if he on a
he ain't the best. We ain't no.
Yeah, if he in the CFL.
Let me calm myself down first.
If he in the CFL with Johnny Manziel throwing passes.
Nah, he gotta be in the Pee Wee leagues and shit like that.
Damn, y'all think he's that bad right now?
Nah.
If you guys,
I am, bro.
But before I begin,
CFL.
He ain't that
Go
damn.
ahead.
Wait,
Go ahead.
hold on.
My fault. This is FTFU.
STFU. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to the LBRS blog, there's a video of him on the jugs machine. He missed every pass
on a machine.
On the jugs machine.
Really?
The easiest thing to catch on the jugs machine. He missed everything.
I could catch that with 10 broken
Come on,
fingers.
son. He can do that.
I gotta see this. I gotta see.
Check it out.
It's on the blog.
It's on the blog. Check it out.
Check that shit out.
But to Des Bryant, I need you to shut the fuck up, get on a team, and prove to the masses that you are a top 10 wide receiver. Because you ain't a top 10 wide receiver right now. You ain't even top 15.
Yeah.
When the cornerbacks of the league are telling each other, the word on the street is that's going to run a 9, which is just a straight route, or a slant, you have a problem. You see Larry Fitzgerald complaining about catches or anything like that?
No. And Larry Fitzgerald's longer. He's longer in the tooth than Dez.
Yeah.
Way longer in the tooth than Dez.
But he's better than
he's better.
And you know what he do?
It's the dreads.
I telling you, the dreads and the I tell. That's what's going on there. But besides the point, I ain't never heard Larry complain about getting the ball.
Nah, he don't.
About being the best wide receiver. He go out there and he do his work. Antonio Brown go out there and do his work. You know why the Cowboys really cut Dez? You know why they really cut him?
Why?
Because he wasn't going to take a pay cut. That's the only reason why.
That's the thing. They didn't. He said he
don't be in it for the game. They be in it for the money.
Hold on. They cut Des Bryant because he did not want to take a pay cut. And why go through 2 weeks of news cycle knowing you ain't going to take a pay cut?
Got a point.
Then you say you're going to go to the Giants and play with Odell.
Yeah.
You ain't getting no passes, bro. You not on Odell level.
He gets some passes. He would have got some passes.
It's not like Eli's going to throw it to him 100% of the time.
Yeah.
There's
going to be
Odell
times
Beckham, Des Bryant. Who are you throwing the ball to?
But you
don't lie to yourself.
You can't only pass it to him all game.
Sherman.
What if there's like 3 defenders on Odell?
Sherman, you a football guy. You know 100% of the passes ain't going to Odell.
But
that's going to get something. Because Sterling Shepard was get eaten too.
Right. But I would trust Odell than Dez.
No, I'm saying, yeah, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, with the Rosa thing, it's all about the flow of the game.
Right. And he don't get that.
Who don't get that?
Dez don't get that.
He will get that if he go to the Giants. He'll get that.
He's sort of like an NFL Carmelo Anthony.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes. My man. That's why you here.
Damn.
You thinking.
NFL Carmelo. That ain't no
it's
good.
It's true.
Bro. That ain't no good, bro.
And nobody wants to sign him.
He going to the Eagles.
No, they don't want to sign him.
Yeah.
And Washington, which is the easiest team to get on, they don't want to sign him.
Nah, the Browns is the easiest team to get on.
They don't want to sign him either. There's no market for this man.
And the Browns will take him, man.
There is no market for Dez Bryant.
Bro, the Browns got a market for anybody that can help them out, man. They suck.
I know they suck.
Help us win one.
Who they got?
But he can't catch.
Who?
He can't catch. Dez can't catch no more.
He couldn't catch.
Bro, you act like he lost his hands, man.
Probably did.
Once again, go to the LBRS blog and check the video. It don't lie.
Man, he acting like he lost his hands, man. He ain't that damn bad, man. I gotta see this video.
How many catches did he get this year? Previous?
Check it. You check the numbers.
Let
me continue. The reason why the Cowboys cut him is also because it's over for you, Dez. When they drafted Zeke, it was over. You should have known the writing was on the wall then.
Zeke.
Yeah, but Zeke is a running back, though.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. But the offense is now centered around Zeke and Dak. It's not centered around Dez.
Well, they need guys who are going to catch the ball, too.
The problem with Dez...
He can't catch... Have you not been fucking listening to me?
I'm not saying... I'm just saying, though, they got to get somebody to replace him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't just leave him off the team. And
I mean, they signed Allen Hurts in the offseason from Jacksonville.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yes, they did.
That's a good pickup.
That's a good pickup.
And
it also helps the running game. What Dez needs to do, shut the fuck up
Right.
Get your ass in training. Start catching. And be productive. And show me you're a top 10.
He still got his hands, right?
Listen, Dez ain't.
He still got his hands.
Dez was under 1,000 by like 100 and something, 170 yards. He has 6 touchdowns and only 69 receptions. Now the problem is how many of those balls were thrown to him that he didn't get. I think the problem with Dez is he doesn't have the separation speed.
Does it show that though? Does it show his drop passes?
Because he has a lot of drops.
From what you just said, it sounded like he still got hands to me.
What was his stats?
His stats, 69 receptions for 838 yards. He averaged 12.1 yards a catch, and he had 6 touchdowns. So Dez ain't obsolete. It might have just been a bad couple seasons because the year. You know what? The year before that. Hold on. The year before that, he played in 13 games, only got 50 receptions, and he had 800 yards. So I don't know, man. Dez ain't that.
And most of those plays are big explosive plays. He gets once in a while, or when they get killed.
You need that on your team, though. You need a guy that could just go for like a 50-yard catch real quick.
When I throw you a slant, wait, not even that. You got to know the route tree, bro. The route tree is not a 9, and it's not a slant. It's more than that.
But you think he don't know the difference?
Oh,
I don't think so right now. Like you said, that's Carmelo Anthony right there of the NFL.
Swear.
He don't get it.
He like, I ain't coming on. I ain't gonna be the second receiver.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna be a number 2 receiver.
Exactly.
Nigga,
that's what he's saying.
I don't even know if you're a number 3 receiver right now.
That's what he's saying. Look. We gotta go. Wrap it up, man.
All right, man. I want to thank you guys for tuning in for another episode.
Thank you.
It's always fun with being here with these guys.
I'm sweating right now, man. I'm working.
But yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you got any questions and comments, you go to lbrstalk@gmail.com. You can also go to our Facebook page, Let's Be Real Sports blog page, where Sherman and Sean is usually posting some hilarious shit. I indulge in it myself as well when I have some time. But this episode don't have a title, so I don't know what it is.
Name it Untitled. Name it Untitled.
That's it.
All right, but yeah, I want to thank y'all and enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.